Hello, I'm going to introduce myself in just a minute, but I'm showing you something on this video. Actually, this is a video. All that you're going to see is in the form of a video. There are three messages on this tombstone. The first one is getoffprobate.com and getoffprobate.net. The third message is for you to enroll as an advocate with Wealth Transfer Alliance, the company that I'm going to introduce to you next. And this is a nationwide opportunity for two people, those that are business to help and assist the families of the members of the family that's going to die. And of course, those are funeral homes all over America. Every city, every borough has funeral homes. And those persons assist the families when the loved one transition and go home to the Lord. Well, I'm going to introduce you to a second company right now, Wealth Transfer Alliance. And what Wealth Transfer Alliance do is basically the same thing that the funeral homes are doing. We are persons who are trying to assist those persons that's going to die, but we also look for those that are going to be born. And of course, your funeral home do basically the same thing, because a family can have a funeral home in their family for years and years. Many of the funeral homes set up programs for the families to assist the family in the burial of their family member. Wealth Transfer Alliance does the same thing. We set up opportunity for a person to, when they transition to go home with the Lord, to leave the legacy for their loved ones. On the screen, you see my name is David Richardson. I am a wealth transfer advocate, business building advocate. And I say business building advocate because we're going to explain that in just a minute. We specialize in estate planning software. We have a software that was developed, and it's a software developed by students at Harvard University over 30 years ago. So that's how long the software has existed. But right now there is a transfer of wealth for persons like myself and other people as well. But the wealth transfer, we're talking about between 84.4 trillion and 125 trillion dollars over the next 20 years. It started in 2023. So as I speak, the wealth is being transferred. So what I did is go out and buy the software, which I can explain to you why you need to buy the software. Now let me tell you, the last thing I'm going to show you is why and how I use the software to an advantage that most persons are not using the software because basically for lack of understanding. And one of the founders, we call him Coach, he is a bona fide coach, coached two students to the last Olympics in high school. And he's also a track and field specialist himself. And the founder, I'm going to introduce you to the founder. His name is Dr. Professor Brian Riley. He is going to explain to you in detail what Wealth Transfer Alliance is all about. He's the founder. And this is in the form of video. So the information that you see on the screen, we're going to be showing you videos, and we can't, well, a couple of the videos are actually videos, but the URL for the video is on the information that we're going to provide. So let me stop murmuring. And well, you see my phone number and my email address on the screen, and you see my email address is moneyismyplan.B. But let me tell you, my plan A is the Lord himself. So, and having him as my plan A, and since making him to be my plan A, which is quite a few years, I've had an opportunity to live off of other plans. I've had all kinds of plans, but plan A is my primary plan. Money is my plan B, and my plan A helps my plan B out tremendously because my C, D, E, F, and G plans all come back to plan B. And plan A, the supervisor, of all that. I'm going to stop. That's as much as introductions I can show. What you see, though, you're like looking into a mirror. The only things would change on what you see would be your picture, your advocate name, your phone number, and your email. About us, our products, and we have major products, more than one. Our primary product is what you see on the screen, the estate planning software. That was our number one product. But since that time, the videos that I'm going to share with you will show you how you can participate in a monthly income, month after month after month after month, by just peeking and passing. Now hear that word, peek and pass, because that's the primary concern, other than the software, is how we peek and pass. And the software itself, as you can see in this presentation, because we're dealing with persons who are doing the same thing we're doing, seeking other people that need a service that's being offered by our company and funeral home companies and other companies as well. But now we're going to get into details now without me continuing to that murmuring. All right, we are a nationwide company. And on the screen, I'm showing you all of the states in the United States have different operations for the probate court. But what this information here is about is to show you how to avoid probate. Okay, and the one thing you see is for the enrollment form. I'm going to show you the enrollment form over and over again, because if you don't stop sitting on your hands, when I'm going to say that, I'm not accusing you of being something that you're not, but I'm saying that if I, using me, if I were to just sit on my hands, I could not eat, because my dexterity would be on my hands and I couldn't get my hands up to put the food in my mouth. So my starvation is there. My lack of advancing to get to where I want to go is there. So I'm using plan A's plan is to get up and ask my plan A to assist me in whatever it is I'm trying to do. And my plan A says, ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you, for everyone who asks it will receive it, and he or she who seeks it will find it. That's a promise for plan A. And as I keep that promise in mind daily, so that my plan B will be satisfied. One is my plan B. My plan C, D, E, F, G, or whatever plan I have, it's going to work, because I'm living on a promise that's made that only one person can break, and he does not break it because there is only one God. He lives inside of me and you, and his job is me and you. Plan A. I'm going to stop. On the screen you'll see, can you see I see you? That's a video in detail showing you how to set up benefits for the company and benefits for the employee. That's what you see. I can't put the video in all of this, but I do put the URL for each video. Can you pay attention? Another video explaining to you what you need to do in order to operate what I'm going to be showing you in a few minutes. This software. Can I watch my goodlifevideo.com? WatchMyGoodLifeVideo.com is just a video. It's showing you in detail how to get your plan B or whatever plans you have, but your plan B will be satisfied. By the time I finish this, you will see. GetOutProbate.com. It's a video. Okay, it's a video. WTAVIP.com. That's the founder of the company. Professor Riley is the person that you really, really want to put your ear up to the video to hear what he's saying, because everything he's saying is benefiting you. You just have to get up, take advantage of it, and you already have it, because if you are alive, then you have what you need in order to do what he's explaining you need to do. Give me your attention. You'll see that again as well. It's a video, and it's showing you what you need to do now, because our country right now is going through a change, a huge change. There are people that now have forms of insurance, health insurance, but it's going to leave. And what the Wealth Transfer Alliance is really all about It is showing you how to have even more than what's being taken away from you, because plan A is going to replace what someone else is taking away. Just asking the Chevy giver. So keep that in mind, that your plan A is going to replace everything, and these videos are going to help you to understand. Now I'm going to show you this video. This is actually a funeral home. Okay, I'm not going to give the name, but it's a funeral home. And the purpose of showing you this is that this WTA video explains why any United States funeral home employer benefits and the employee benefit if the employer take on the federal funded approved product that's explained and give me your attention. So I'm asking the employer of any funeral home or any other business in the nation to take advantage of this opportunity, because I don't know who's going to see this video or what business is going to see this video, but I do know the business employer going to have a tax savings, and the employee benefits change from what the employer is doing. It's a win-win for everybody, and all you simply have to do is to give me your attention. Now again, here's another form of a funeral home, and I'm showing you that to show two things for you who are living to get out probate. You who are living to get out probate.com. Now, why are we saying that? Because the probate court in America and all over the states of America, they have what they call a death revenue. The death revenue is based upon the person who expires and don't leave a living trust behind for the family, and then the will that the person have, and some of them don't even have wills, but the will that a person have will go to probate court, and a probate court judge or judges hold on to your property until the property is now assessed in a huge value. If you buy your property in, say, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the value is real high now. If you stayed in that one property, it's real high. And if it goes to probate, they'll hold it another 5 or 10 years, and the property value goes even further. And at the same time, you expire, and then it comes to probate court because you don't have a trust, you have just a will. And the will is in probate court. So the probate court is sitting there waiting on your death, and you're out with your funeral home, and your funeral home has got set up a form of insurance to assist you in your death, burial. That's what the funeral home is doing. He's going to, he or she, the funeral home, he or she are going to set up in a form of insurance. So when you expire and go home, your burial expenses will be paid over a period of time that you're with the funeral home. Here, we're asking you to just take your wealth and put it into a position, a trust, and you become the trust. And then when you expire, and you're going to expire, and I'm going to expire, go home with the Lord, our estates, the home that I bought, say you bought 30 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever, it's now in the trust, and the probate court didn't get anything out of it because you set up the trust. You took the will that the probate court would have, and you put the certified document will in your trust, and now the probate court are courtless. They can't bother your probate. Now I'm going to keep on move a little faster and show you now a video. This is a video. Can you pay attention? This is a video, and what I'm showing you is your contact advocate. I am your advocate if you choose to use me. There is no cost to you for you to use me as an advocate. I'm like a doctor to you and your estate, to show you how to take your estate and put it in a position so no one can find it. So can you pay attention? Here's a video, and it's going to bring you back to the page that you see now. Only difference is I'll put my information here to show you as a wealth transfer technology advocate. My phone numbers, and it's a nationwide phone number. It's a Magic Jack phone number, and my cell is a nationwide phone number. You're going to get a message on either one should you choose to call, or you're going to get a direct answer depending on the time that you call. But the Magic Jack numbers are 24 hours a day Magic Jack number. Now the video I'm showing you now, this is a video showing you how to take advantage of the opportunity. So this, watch my Good Life Live video. This is the video that you're going to see. Okay, can you pay attention? You'll see the other videos that I'm showing you. But all I'm showing you is repetitive process, a repetitive process to show you what you're going to need when I get down to the point that I want to really explain to you. And you're going to get this. You know why? Because you can do it over and over again. Now look, there are two videos in one. The one on the left is about the nonprofit podcast, showing you how the great wealth transfer is getting bigger. It's now up, estimated at 125,000, but now 125 billion. Okay, look, but your state is also tied in there. For you who are going to be lackadaisical and not follow the advice that you're being given and take advantage of it by setting up a revocable living trust, your estate is going to be part of that billions that's already been estimated on your what's called the death benefit. Because you're going to die. And if you're in probate, the probate is going to get your proceeds. And that's why they call it a revenue death benefit. Revenue is money. Your death is the money that the revenue that the probate courts are going to keep. On the right on this video here, you see here, that's Professor Riley in his office, and he's explaining to you what you see now. You see where no transfer, no wealth, .info. That's Professor Riley explaining to you what and how he founded this company and what he's done over the years to assist people to get off probate. His primary function, and all of those who are made now wealth transfer allowance a part of our life, we are doing the same thing that he's founded the company to do, to help you. We are helping you while you're alive, and we're also helping you after you transition and go home, because if you follow the advice that everyone in Wealth Transfer Alliance is going to give you, and you take advantage to set yourself up a revocable living trust, when you expire, your loved ones will continue to go on. Your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, they'll continue to go on just like the Rockefellers, just like some of the richer families in America, billionaires. They're doing that to pass their legacy on. There are billionaires that should set up a revocable living trust, because their billions will stay here and all of their family will participate in executing or spending the money that's in the living trust. Now I'm going to make sure you don't have to write this down. All you have to do is stop these videos, and you can visit the video on your phone. You can do what I'm suggesting on your phone. Watch the video, type the URLs that you see here in your phone, and watch the video on your phone before you go forward, because everything here with every URL that you see is going to take you back to a video, including no transfer, no wealth. If you know how to transfer your wealth information, you're going to have it. And to listen to what Professor Riley is saying, go back. If you don't get it the first time, go back. It's a video. That's all we're doing is explaining to you in the video, not a Zoom. A Zoom is just for that hour or however long you're there with the Zoom. But when you cut the Zoom off, everybody on the Zoom got to go separate ways. Here, you can pass this information on to the same person. That you got 100 people, and I recommend you do that. Pass that information on to 100 people. Now you have 100 people looking at the same thing you're looking at, and if any 2, 3, or 4 of those persons find this information and you listen to what Professor Riley is talking about, your wealth is going to change. If not, it's going to go as this. It's not a video, but all the URLs that you see on here are videos. But if you don't have the plan, the government has a plan for you. The government's plan is your revenue death. You're going to die. The revenue that's in your state is going to go to the judge, and the judge is going to decide how much they get. Now, you know some of the incomes for some of the judges are nearly $1 million a year. You didn't know that, but the money that the judges are making off of your estate is what they pay for, just for sitting there to hit the gavel. Doing no work, just sitting there listening and hitting the gavel, saying it's over. Go home. Come back in 5 years. 5 years, your estate is now going up in value. So I'm the judge. If I was the judge, I'd promote myself. I know how many cases I have that's going to give me a promotion that's going to be put up for estate sale, and I'm going to collect money for the court, and that money goes part of it in my pocket. I'm going to promote myself. I'm going to digress with that. Get off of probate.net, get off of probate.com. You're going to be seeing these things because it's a repetitive process for you to think about. Get off probate. Now you see the URL up on the getoffprobate.com. Make sure you click on that, and that's a video. WTA press play. That's a video, and you're going to get real knowledgeable information about it. Right up under there's another video. Give me your attention. Another video. So what I'm presenting in this presentation are videos. You can't get enough of the videos. All in the videos are just going to be information for you. This is from the National Funeral Directors Association, United States wide. I'm putting it here to give you the information that you see on the screen. It's called NFDA, which stands for the National Funeral Directors Association. And I'm putting it here because the funeral homes is one of the largest business in America. Every nook, cranny town, everywhere you go in America, there's a funeral home. It's one of the largest business in America. And as a business, we have software. When you go to Give Me Your Attention, thing like that, we have software for that funeral home owner. The business itself has an opportunity through the gift of the federal government, the government-approved initiative. The government-approved initiative is for the funeral homes. I'm going to show you that information in a minute, but now I'm going to introduce you to the Wealth Transfer Alliance product of software. It's a product. And now I'm an accountant. I would tell you that up front. I am an accountant, and I'll show you, other people, and you and anybody else you know, how to set their business up, because we are a business building advocate. I am a business, heard that very first, building advocate. I'm building a business. The cost for me to start up my business, the fee that I got to pay, that I'm going to show you that here last, is tax deductible because I'm starting up a business. So all business startup expenses are deductible. If I have to go out of town or have to do whatever that I got to do, startup fee, I'm going to have my record to show. You know what my record is going to be? My bank statement. My bank statement is my best witness. It has a record of all the money goes in and all the money comes out. Who's responsible for knowing how to do that? That's me, because I'm running a business. And at the present point in time, I may have to pull up my proof of how I'm running my business, and the bank is my best witness because he has a record of all the weekly inputs and all the weekly withdrawals for that year. So I use my bank as my witness. Now look, the NFDA is not a local company. It's a nationwide, see? It's a National Funeral Home Directors Association, national for the United States. And I'm going to put the flag here again just to show you that you can get in touch with me as an advocate, business advocate software, and as a partner. I can become a partner of Wealth Transfer Alliance. You can become a partner so your business can grow astronomically as a partner, and you're going to be servicing the nation as a whole. All the people in the world and within the United States, and hopefully someday it'll be a worldwide operation, can participate. The enrollment form, I'll keep that there to show you what you're going to do and how you can save millions of dollars by enrolling in WTA. WTA is a nationwide funeral homes and other businesses to start up the operation. Now I'm going to show you the software. Now your name is on the software. This is how my software looks. I'm owner of the software. Okay, and when I bought the software cost $1,995. To start my business cost me $495. So my $2,990 is tax deductible. I wrote it off on my income tax because I started the business with $495. Hear me. and I bought the software to run the business. That's a tool for the business. So now my first tax deduction is for me to run my business. So whatever I do now, business related, I want to document myself. And the way I document myself is through my bank. All the money that I make, I put it into my bank. All the income. And it matches up with my paycheck that I'm getting from Wealth Transfer Alliance. So I got a witness as to what my direct deposit was from Wealth Transfer Alliance in my bank. And I have a record of all the money that I took out of the bank by whatever means I took it out and for whatever purpose. I got all the purposes, I got all the money. Now you see why it's so important for you to not pass this opportunity up and not worry about the little $2,990 that you got to put out. You could have to pay 5 to 6 up to 8,000 and not have the luxury of the software. This is the software. 5-step process for you to understand the software to run your business building business with Wealth Transfer Alliance. This is the software. You see at the top where it says, "Welcome to your account, your client center, John Doe." This is John Doe software. My name is right where you see John Doe software. Your name is right where you see John Doe software. Now here are the 5 steps. You see the 5 steps? Step 1 is the interview. Okay, step 2 is to review your trust. Step 3 is for you to sign everything. You see there's a pen there? This is where you're going to put all your documents that you have to put in. And you're going to get that from the interview, and you're going to get that information from the review of your trust. And it's going to show you what documents you need to put into your trust. And then all that information has to be signed, notarized, and proved that it's there, it's yours. That goes into your trust. Step 4 is the most important step. Hear me. We're going to go through that more than one time. Step 4 is your funding of your trust. And it's got a funding kit to show you step by step as to what assets you can put into your trust. And trust me, all the things that you own, including the dirt on your fingernail, is your asset. Because you own everything. And everything that you own can go into your trust. There are limitations, but we're going to show you that, whether your software will show you that. And the final step is for you to have your electronic vault. You're going to have a vault, your digital vault. Everything is going into your vault, and you're the only one that has the password or the usernames or who you want to open your vault. Because this software, unlike the probate, you can change it over and over and over again. That's what the software allows you to do, just like your phone. You can put as many phone numbers as you like in your phone, and you can change them, you can block them, you can delete them. There's a whole lot of things, and put them right back in. There's a whole lot of things that you can do with the software, just like your phone. And I'm telling you to listen. Your phone is your best friend with Wealth Transfer Alliance, and especially this video, because all of the information that you're going to find on the video, you can watch it on your phone. Now we're getting started in step 1. The online platform walks you through the process. And on the screen, you see everything you need to know preparing for your trust. We're now getting ready to set up your trust. Yep, at the top it says, "Welcome." Your information, your trust provisions, your children, distribution options, your released role. You got to add for people or organization, beneficiary section. All these data in this in here, all these data that you see in this little box is what we're now talking about, you having an idea of what your trust is going to look like. This is step 1. We're moved on it, but this is how everything's going to look in your vault. Because all the data that you see here is going to end up in your electronic vault with your software. And anybody that you allow to see it, you can go to your vault and let them see what's in your vault. And you and your trustee of your vault, or whosoever you name to be the person that's going to control your vault just in case something happened to you, that will be in your vault. So we're not at your vault right now. I'm just showing you that all the information that's going to end up in your vault. This is step 1. This is the educational of your software, and it walks you through what you need to do. You see on the real outside, this is how you're putting your information in. You put it into your vault, but you got to complete it so that John and Mary Brown, when they come to John Doe's vault, they can see what he has in the vault, in his vault. This is the education, but the education is you're the one that's getting the education, and our software walks you through the process of you getting this education. Then you go into your document anytime you want to make changes and put them back into your vault. You may not have put across the T and $9 that I'm guilty of all the time from a substance I have, but I won't get into that. But you still are going to be able to go in and out of your vault. Now what? I put this here. See, I'm keeping you abreast. I keep putting, as I told you earlier, repetitiously and directly doing it, the URLs to show you how to do what you need to do, and to get the testimony of people what's going to show you what to do just in case you miss something. So this data here that you see is part of your technology software that you're going to use. Watch My Good Life video is a video, that video I showed you earlier, explaining to you about your income and things of your vault, of your software. Can you pay attention? I don't know if you can or not, but it's the video. And when you go there, the video is going to explain to you what you need to know. And once you learn what it's saying, you have paid attention. Organ donations. This is all part of the software. This is part of everything you see. You see down there where the organ donations are highlighted. Well, this section here on the left, that's where you will complete that for your organ donation. And you're going to put that right back in your vault. So everything that you're seeing is your software. That's what I'm doing now, showing you the software that I've been talking about all this time. I've been with it now for 30-some minutes. But all you're seeing is now, this is explaining to you how you're going to use the software to do the organ donations, should you have to do that. If you don't have to do it, then this would just be having anything on it because you didn't make no organ donations in your family. Okay, this is John and Mary, John and James Doe. They are now reviewing all of the data. See the guide to your estate planning? That's what you're doing, to look at to make sure that the education and support, online videos, printing guide, the email support, and the glossary return. All this is being done at the process. And you see the yellow tab, the blue tab, the red tab, the green tab, where they know each one of the tabs has a meaning for you, John and Mary Doe, Jane Doe. It has a meaning for you. Now, make sure you study the information that you see. Stop this video. This is a video. Stop it and move on, because if I read everything on every slide that we see, we'd be here longer than time you and I want to spend. Okay, but this is just to show you the different kinds of data that your software is going to be providing to you. Step 2. See, when that was all step 1. Now you're on step 2. Step 2 is to verify what you've done. It's a review. It's a review. You see the green dots on the bottom, on the right, on the left side? That means that everything that you've done is correct, because there's no adjustment. If there was an adjustment, it would be red. But it's all green, which means that you now followed your whole demonstration for your family trust. It's a revocable living trust. As long as you're living, everything that's in your trust is yours. You're the trust. And you could have $1 billion in your trust. It's your trust. And then you put the instructions in your trust as to how your family members can take out of your trust should you decide to do that. But it's now all in your trust, instead of being in a probate court and the court giving you, well, a court date. You in court today on whatever today's date is. You in court today, but the court could give you a 2-year court date from the date. But at the same time, your estate and the money that you have in your trust, it's just there in your will. I'm talking. It's just there because no one can bother it. It may be in the bank, but it's also in the will. And you can't go in the bank and take the money out of the bank until the court judge tell you you can do it. But in the meantime, it's sitting in the bank. or it's sitting in the trust. I mean, I'm sorry, in the court, in your will. And a will go to court. You can't prevent it. Just like your living trust will not go to court. And your will that you have is in your living trust, and it will not go to court. Because who's in control? You, the trust. You are the trust. You're in control of what's in the trust. And what is your will? Is in the trust. Step 2. All the information on step 2. You notice down at the bottom, the only button that's highlighted is a review. You've already put in the information. You're putting your trust provisions. You're putting the children. All the data that you see in the red, the yellow, and the blue, green, all that's into the review. You're reviewing it. It's already still on the left-hand side. It's already there. Step 2. Let's go to step 3. Step 3 is now where you're getting ready to put your power of attorneys together. This is to ratify what's in your estate. This is the ratification of your estate. And you see down on there says the editor interview. You got the general documents uploaded into your document vault. All this data here is now what you're doing is a guide of power of attorney to give the power of attorney options to do what's in your trust. And the only tab that you see that is for power of attorney for other assets. Now your home, things like that, those are your plane, your boat, those are assets that you're putting into your trust. But now one thing that you want to know is there are other assets, many other kinds of assets, and those other assets also can go into your trust. And on the back, we're going to show you in a few minutes where those assets are. But this is to show you the different kind of power of attorneys. Under this power of attorney, for other assets, you got the power of attorney for your health care, just in case. We're going to cover that. The living will, adjustment, directives. You got the funding kit. You got the schedule. Well, all this information is going to come after 3. So we're now on step 3, we're in ratification stage. Now let's go to step 4, funding. First thing I say, I told you step 4 is a very, matter of fact, if you miss step 4, you have missed your trust. Don't miss step 4. Now, step 4 is the final step, and it's not the final step because step 5 is the final step. 5-step process. Step 4 is going to eliminate step 1, 2, and 3. If you violate step 4, 1, 2, and 3 was a waste of time. Make sure you concentrate on step 4. Step 4 is your daily visit in your vault. And you can make changes in your step 4. You upgrade it. You can put something in, take something out. You can change your mind. Step 4 is very important. And your step 4 has 2 steps. It has a step for your real estate assets. See that at the bottom? And a step for your other assets. And your other assets can be much larger than your real estate. Your mixed stoves, your $5,000 watch, all these different kinds of assets go into your estate. That's what we're talking about. And it can be much more value than anything you know. So we're getting ready to go to the next step. This is the funding kit. And right up on the funding kit, you see your document vault. It's an electronic vault that only you have the password, usernames, or whatever kind of code you need to get into your vault. Only you have them. And the person or persons that you designated to have them. And then you'll know who goes in and out of your vault. You don't have to get your permission. Because you may change your something every day that you are alive. And if that person do it a day before you expire and go to the Lord, it should be the same tomorrow as it is today. Because you didn't change it tomorrow. I'm moving on because this is just being repetitious, which is deliberately. Inventory of your assets. This is the document. You see the rival government, and that's the judge. We're eliminating the judge. We're eliminating the probate court. That's what we're doing. Okay, let's go to here and watch this. This is your funding your real estate into your trust. We're carrying your home into your trust. All of your assets are being carried into your trust. You follow me? You're funding your trust. We're putting the asset, title assets, your home had a title. We're putting the title assets, your plane, your boat, your RSVs. We're putting all these title assets into your trust. Okay, your real estate quiet claim or warning deeds. Now there's our process. We're gonna show you how to get advantage for this information that you see on the right side. The warranty deeds anywhere in the United States from inside of the United States estate plan. But these are controlled by the states. Within each state, there's a different requirement. But your software already know what's in that state. If you're living in Wyoming, in that state, and you want to set up your trust on some property that you have in uh, North Carolina, you see the North Carolina product maybe is going to be different. But your software is going to know the difference between the two, because your software covers all 50 states. And you don't have to go there and hire an attorney and pay an attorney $5,000 or $6,000 to do something that your software is already paid for. All different kinds of changes. I'm going to show you as we go on. I'm almost halfway done, and we're almost finished. Here we are with the other assets. You see our 19 tabs for other assets. You see how many there are, but one or two of these you've already taken care of. But these other assets, Revolution is a system to attract other assets funding, because we are funding your information and putting all of your assets now into your revocable living trust. That's all it has in it is assets, money, cash money. You may have $200,000 or $300,000 in your mattress that you didn't want to put into the bank. Now you put it into your revocable living trust. It's in your vault. It's still in your hand, but under the mattress is when the safest is going to be in your vault, if you can hear what I'm saying. Because everything in your vault is you. You're the trust. It's just like now you don't have the trust, and now you got to go to probate. But if you have a trust, you don't have to go to probate. You don't make out a will, put the will into your trust. If the court want a copy, give the court a certified copy of your will. Now the court know that your will is in you, your trust, because you're the trust. And you eliminate yourself from having the court sit there and take advantage of money, $100+ billion out of your estate. And everybody in that's got a home, whatever they got some asset. I just say, oh man, your vault. You're gonna load all your information up in your secure vault. And this vault has safety. You see, you store and change a copy of all your documents in a secure and encrypted system, 24 hours a day. That's how often you can go in your vault. And all the information is an electronic vault. Now it's not a physical vault that you're gonna have in your home, other than the fact that you're gonna have the password and all the codes you need to open your vault. And all the documents that you've now gone through 1 through 5 is now in your vault. It is just that simple. Matter of fact, if you don't just go back. Anything that you want clarity for, go back, listen, and then you got phone numbers you can call. If you visit the Dr. Professor Riley, he got all different kind of information staff, support staff that you can call and ask questions, all 24 hours a day. You never close down, because your vault is open 24 hours a day for you. And you may have a question about some information that's in your vault. You just pick the phone up and call their support line. And the support line gives you the answer to what you're looking for in your vault. Because tomorrow you may not be there, but you're going to update it today or when you want to, 24 hours a day. All right, let's go down. Here is an example, the system security. I told you about the encryption that is there until year 34, I think this is the word. But this is how your vault looks inside. Everything that you see is here for you, for your understanding of how it works electronically, for you to have your electronic software working. What are you gonna get? I'm so glad you asked. Here is what you get for $19.95. The business building product is $4.95, and those two added together is their $29.90. That's where you're getting the information from for you to start your revocable living trust. And then your broker living trust, you got your income option, you got your A and B options, you got your splendid thrift provisions, the IRA look through, you got your options child support trust, your 24-hour account access, you got your certificate of trust, the last will and testament, the last will, and testament in your trust. The found power of attorney is in your trust. On the other side, you got the health power of attorney in your trust, the living will advance directives in your trust, the pour over will. Now, the pour over will is an operation that you need to get some understanding of. Make sure you understand the pour over will, but you're going to get that from Wealth Transfer Alliance. They're going to explain you in detail what the pour over will for. Okay, I'm not going to mess it up. I'm just going to let you, when you get your software started and your fees are now paid, now we're going to see that in just a minute, then everything that you see here, you have an opportunity to go. Now look, there's an asterisk beside the online funding kit. That's the most important thing. When you see the asterisk, those are very important steps that you're going to have to really understand, that you're going to put into your bank, into your vault. Online funding kit, it has an asterisk there. The unlimited funding letters has an asterisk. You can go into your vault and make changes to all the letters in the kit, everything you want. Your online document vault, it has the asterisk beside it. Very important for you not to let everybody have the information that's in your vault. The unlimited updates and changes that you're going to make, it has an asterisk. For you to understand is how important it is. For now, this is your living trust. Your living trust is now set up, and this is how you're going to go in as often as you like and make changes. The unlimited update changes, the unlimited restatement letters, that's in your restatement letter, it's got an asterisk. Now the $49.95 is to maintain your vault every year. You got to pay the $49.95. And guess what? Tax deductible. It's because it's a part of the operation. It's a software cost. And if you go and you set up a business and you're a software company, and your software for you to run your business could have cost you $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, that's a startup fee. It's tax deductible. You may not make $30,000, $40,000 the first year, so you lost money. And the government says your business startup is deductible, which is fair, because the government, once you set it up, after 5 years, the government is going to be taking money out of your pocket to pay the tax on the money that you're making. It's fair. Our system in America is fair. It's a democracy. It's a fair democracy. And if you follow the laws, it's fair. Okay. The attention. 1 in 3 business days after you bought your software, your purchase within your software will be delivered to you. And you'll get an email and you can open up your software. Okay, now we're in conclusion of this. I'm going down here now, just to show you the estate planning and how the estate planning will help you. This is just to show you, to show you how to get started. Tax deductible $495, and then $95.95 is for you. That's to start the tax deductible wealth building business. Okay, that'll get you the wealth building business. But the estate planning is $19.95. You see. And all of this is data that you're going to need. Now, the pictures is worth 1,000 words. All I'm trying to do is to show you what you're going to have to spend in order to get where you need to go. That's all I'm trying to do. The tax deductible estate planning is going to be tax deductible for you. It's the deduction. And all different kinds of families have to go through this. I'm showing you a family that needed a revocable living trust and they didn't have one. I'm showing you a military family that did not have a revocable living trust. Now, every soldier that enlists in the army will tell you that they had to have a will. But the soldier, if they don't update the will to a revocable living trust and take the will that he has to have as a requirement in the army, his will go to probate. But he could have acquired when he went in as a young 22 or 23-year-old, 18 or 19-year-old, and stayed in 30 years. 35 years. The professor of this company is a 22-year-old nurse. He's a retired top nurse in the Army. He had, on the battlefield and off the battlefield, he had to take care of the veterans and the enlisted people in the Army. 22 years. Thank God for his service. Thank God for him. Because he performed something that I cannot do. He did it for 22 years. So he's the person to know. And then, he gained had vast knowledge because he stayed in school. He had 4 or 5 master's degrees, at least 3 I know, and worked on his doctorate. So what I'm telling you is, you're following the company, and the company that's prepared the software. There are 2 leaders in this company, and I'm going to show you them to show you what you get involved in. The software is a software. Your phone has software on it. All it is just a software. You can call all over the world with your software. You can keep the phone number of everybody in the software. Your phone will wake you up in the morning. Your software will warn you when it's time for you to make a call, because everybody around the world now is developing apps that go on your software, your phone, and now they're just increasing the value of your phone. Where here, you're increasing the value of your estate. You're taking your estate and you taking the software and putting your estate into the software, just like the phone company or companies are allowing the app builders to put information in your phone. Don't you see the comparison of the software? Software is software, but different kinds of software does different kind of things. This software here, estate planning software, show you how to take your estate, your home, and whatever you have, put it in a position so that probate court won't put it in their pocket. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure it out. And this is data here just to show you that information. I'm going to digress because I've spent too much time on this process. Estate planning show you how to set up a revocable living trust and how to be responsible professionally and to complete the peace of mind of having a revocable living trust. Now, watch this. This is a process to show you all 7 different kinds of videos that's going to explain this to you. This is like a summary of the estate planning process. WTA, Wealth Transfer Allowance Technology and Funeral Home Estate Planning Software System. I'm using it for funeral homes because the funeral home businesses are going to benefit by the approved government initiative up to as much as $600,000 a year. And the employees are also going to benefit. It's not just funeral homes though. All kinds of business throughout the United States, the business owner can take part in the wealth transfer allowance technology software. It is just that simple. But to do nothing is to do nothing. And if I sit on my hands, I can't eat. It's just that simple. Now here's another video. This is a video. And on the video, this is Professor Riley, president and founder of WTA. He's explaining to you with the WTA VIP. All he's doing is taking, I think, 24 minutes of your time to show you how this comprehensive online attorney drafted. Comprehensive online attorney drafted 30 plus years ago the estate planning software video. That's what these videos, these are just 2 videos here. You see red, white, and blue, a different side. It's the same video on the right side, it's just on the left side. But the WTA VIP, that's Professor Riley. And he's showing you a whole lot of things. Now I'm going to show you something that Professor Riley, the only person in the company that I know that can do what I'm going to show you now. He can show you in details why you don't want to pass up wealth transfer allowance. Now watch this. This is Professor Riley. You see him up there in the right corner? He's explaining to you how you're going to earn this kind of monthly income. And all it is an example and an illustration of earnings if you can do anything similar to what he's doing. And we're talking about 21 clients. What if you had 91 clients? if 21 clients are going to give you an income over $100,000 a year, how much would 91 clients give you? 121. It's that much in America. It's a land of opportunity. But you sit on your hands, you don't do what he's recommending you do. Now, he's showing you in detail. This is just one. He's showing you in detail. I put down at the bottom the URL link to show you that you can show it to anybody, anywhere. This is Professor Riley. And this is for the estate planning subscription. What is estate planning? The estate planning is for your estate. And the WTA advocate can help you on any business. You are in a business, a funeral home, the don't care who it is, Model T Ford company. We can help anybody. And listen very carefully. The employer has a benefit. We have an employee for the employer's benefit that would help the employees. And it was approved by the United States government. It's called the Approved Initiative. And I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. Are we moving on? Here is an example of how you want to get. Yes, the URL My Income Tax Video is a video. And it's showing the owner of the company how he or she can benefit from the government approved initiative for the company and them company employees. It's in the form of a video. And I'm showing you this, that your company, when you enroll in WTAenrollmentform.com, when you enroll, you're going to be in a position to take a write-off for the enrollment fee and for the software that you're going to be buying from WTA. Now, the software is the only thing that you're going to buy. All of the other videos that are being presented is to show you how to benefit. You're going to benefit monthly, month after month after month. You're going to benefit from it by just taking advantage of the opportunity. It is truly a golden opportunity for you to do that. Now, people, property, or business. That's me telling you that. As an accountant, you need to have people, property, or business. If you got those three things, your tax liability will decrease. If without any one of those three, your tax liability is like having a sore thumb. It doesn't have anything to reduce the liability. And the government name of the process is income tax. Income tax. He taxed the income, which is fair, and he tell me, here are three things that you can have to reduce the liability that I'm going to be charging you. You need to have people, rental property or properties, business or businesses. That's what you need to have to reduce your liability. Without these three, you got to pay. I'm going to move to this now. Again, Professor Riley is showing you the affordable medical benefit. The affordable medical benefit. You see the URL at the bottom? I'm showing you the affordable medical benefit illustration. The video show you how the benefit is available for you. It's a medical benefit, and people are losing their medical benefits right now. Your medical benefits are going out of the window right now. And when this big, beautiful thing they call a bill, when it get activated and start using it, there are people that are going to lose their medical benefits. And now the Lord, Plan A, has already set up an opportunity for you to take advantage of, and the opportunity that he sent you is greater than the one that was taken. He's not going to give you less than what you had. That's not how he operates. He owns everything in the world. You can go back and look at it. What happened in the morning and the evening was the 6th day. And then the next day, the 7th day, he rested. And everything we do now is to go into his rest while he's rested and get what we want, because he promised, ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be open unto you. But everyone who asks it will receive it. But you got to ask and let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect in a time, not nothing. In other words, if you ask today on Tuesday, don't expect for him to do it on Tuesday, but if you do, it's his decision. You can ask at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday, and by 9:05 you can have it. It's all him. He's the only one God. He lives in you. He only works for you. You're a soul. He didn't know anything about your hands. Are you colored? Your soul don't have no name. Your soul ain't got no color. Your soul is him. He breathed into the breath of life of the body that he formed, a living soul. And my body is the same because it's going to go back to where he took it from, the dust. But my operation here, I can earn as much as $150,000+ a year by just doing what the professor is telling me to do in the company that he done founded. And I'm telling you, as a professional myself, tax person since 1968, when I opened up my tax practice, 1968, I can tell you some things that you need to hear. Some laws that was passed years ago that's still on the books, but you got to know the law. And that's what I've been studying over the years, 56 years, 57 years, studying the tax laws. I'm going to move on and let you decide what you're going to do. This is Professor Riley explaining. The government approved initiative. IRS, ACA, HIPAA, ISA approved. It's a video. See the red dot? It's a video. When I upload this, the video is going to play. All you got to do is come and listen at it. And all the other videos, so our past video. I'm going to go on now. I think this is another video.
Business owners,
okay, you see
did
that?
you know there is a government
It's a video,
initiative
and she's explaining
IRS,
this
ACA,
process.
HIPAA, and
All right,
ERISA.
I'm going to go on. Here, the video is going to be uploaded. All you got to do is listen. Now, the professor is now explaining the corporate employee benefit. Your employee is going to benefit from this process with residual income. Do you know what residual? Well, the professor sees him up there with his hand, and he's saying one with his finger, but he's explaining the residual income for corporate employee benefits. You see how much? It's still over $100,000 a year, over $150,000 a year. But you got to follow the advice that's being given by the professor. The URL is down at the bottom. It says www.youtube.com/watch. All that's there, and you go into the professor's video, and he's explaining to this. All you need to do is stop, get up off your hands, stop sitting on your hands, and what he's talking about is you're taking over $150,000 a year in a residual process. Because once you lay it down, the company that picks it up are going to use it. That's peak. They're going to use it, and as long as they're using it, the pay comes out to you. So it's peak, pass, and pay. Peak the interest of the person. That's peak. Pass it to the WTA. WTA puts it into a process of the corporate benefit process, and then the benefit comes out to the employee on a monthly basis, month after month after month. Listen to what the professor is saying. Take action on what you hear the professor talking about. It really is just that simple. To sit on your hands, you cannot eat. Look at this. This is a $2 million deal. This is a corporate employee benefit. It's just depending on, we think the other number was this 1,000 employees. So now you're sitting into enough companies so that those companies is now giving you 10,000 employees. Do you know how many employees there are? Just look at the system that I've been talking about, the funeral homes. The funeral home. Do you know there's more than 10,000 employees in America in funeral home? Can you imagine 100,000? Can you imagine 150,000 or more employees? And just, you see what I'm talking about? But all those employees are going to benefit from you peaking and passing information to wealth transfer lines. They got a special form for you as an advocate or an affiliate to pass information over to them. I'm recommending an affiliate, an advocate, because I've never been an affiliate, but I do know the process. But I'm not concentrating on that now because I'm talking about being a tax deductible builder, business advocate, having business expenses. All of my business expenses are tax deductible from my business billing operation. That's what we're talking about. And it's going to be quite a few, because look at the income that I'm going to make it on a monthly basis. And I may have to have 25 or 30 employees to help me work. And my employees now going to benefit from the corporate employee benefit process. I'm going to benefit from the initiative I just showed you. I told you I was going to show you the people that's responsible for that. This is the first one, Adam Studley. He's the chief financial officer. He's the one that founded this company. And fun fact for this, he graduated with Barack Obama from Harvard University Law School. One of the top people to graduate. And now he's a founder of this process here. Okay, isn't that amazing? And see, over 30 years, the software has been upgraded, upgraded, upgraded. Just like your phone. Remember the first flip phone you had? It wasn't like the phone you got now, but the phone companies allow upgrades. And they keep upgrading. Every time I turn on the commercial, I can see an upgrade. And I say when I turn on the commercial, I used to watch TV, but now I watch commercials. Think about it. I watch commercials. The commercials, I used to go to YouTube, but I can't watch YouTube without commercials. It's commercial driven. And we now watch the phone. They got commercials on the phone. I'm moving on. Now watch this. This is a video
about estate planning.
All right, but I'm going to move on. It's a video. I'm back at the beginning, almost where I started. Yep, I'm about at the end. But in a few minutes, I'm going to close this down, and I'm going to start saving. I've been with you for an hour and 6 minutes. I was anticipating an hour and a half, but it won't be that long. And I'm so glad because I'm tired of talking, and my water is too far for me to reach right now. This estate planning software is going to have your name just like it. All this is a repetitive process of what I showed you in the second tab. This is the last of the tab. I'm showing you again how you're going to look. Your name, your advocate name is going to be there. You can put your picture or pictures there to show the public who are you, about you, and what you want. All the other tabs you see, our products, our career, your career, contact us and log in. When they log in, you sent this out, but when they log in, they're logging into you. They're completing your employment, your sign-up information. So they now enroll under you. And the wealth, I didn't put the estate planning system here, but every time you move an estate plan, you can make $600. And if I were with you and I enroll under you here, and I sold an estate plan, you'd make $400. So if I had 25 people and they all enroll in this process, you would make 25 times the $400. You see what we're talking about? You see why you shouldn't pass this baby up? Because it's there for you. Now I got just a few more things to tell you. Now I'm going back to where I started from. Of course, this is a funeral home. And I keep using the funeral home because the funeral homes are really the same kind of business that I'm asking you to get involved in. I'm looking for two customers. The one that's going to die, that's everybody in the world, in the United States, they're going to die. And what I want, when they do, to have an estate plan set up so that their properties and whatever they have, their legacies, won't go into the probate court. That's what I've been talking about from the very start of this, is to eliminate the probate billions and billions of dollars and the state revenue death. The revenue death. It's a revenue. Revenue is currency, money. But when you die, if you don't have a revocable living trust, your estate goes into the hand of the probate. And it's out of your hand because you've gone on to be with the Lord. In your estate, the people in your estate, they can't do anything because they have to wait to go from one court to another court to another court in order to get to the probate court, because they have to prove over here in this court what's over there. They have to prove in this court over here. So each one of the courts has to be a proof provided. All right, I'm going to show you one more video. All right, this video is about you. And listen, we'll watch this. This is about the probate court, avoiding a probate court. There's a video, and it's showing you how to avoid probate. It's a video that's showing you how to avoid probate. Let me show it to you again. You see that little red dot up there? That lets you know it's a video. All right, now here's in conclusion. This is what I want you to know about wealth transfer. It's a video.
Our unique platform
All it's
allows
doing is
anyone
explaining
to
to
get
you
an
the
attorney
software
drafted
that we've
estate
been
plan
talking about.
tailored to their needs.
And share this with
Anytime,
Lottie, Dottie, and
24/7
everybody.
online.
And when you
Our
do,
process is
your
convenient,
whole life should
user-friendly,
change.
and highly
All this person is doing is guiding you to other videos. This is a video. All you got to do is click on the video. When I upload, I'm going to upload this in an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to upload it in a few minutes. But this is one to the next last thing. You see the little red dot? That little red dot there is to show you that this is a video. All you got to do is when you upload it, they click on the dot and the video is going to show. So I'm just going to take me a while to upload it because I got a whole lot of videos in here. And when I play my video back to you, you'll be able to see the video. That's why I told you when I first started, this is a video. Because I know everything I got in here is a form of a video. Even when you go watch the professor and the coach, because the coach is in here too, in a video. Now, in conclusion,
imagine if getting
this is
quality
a
health
video.
insurance didn't have to be stressful
You see?
or expensive.
We're talking about
At
health
Wealth
insurance.
Transfer Alliance, we've unlocked a
what's
way
gonna
for
happen
individuals and families to
to the
access major
existing
medical
forms of
coverage at
insurance
group
that's
rates,
being taken out.
saving up to
How's the
50%
new
on
step
premiums.
coming in
That's
for
real
less
money back
money,
in your pocket and more peace of
more
mind for
money
your
in
future.
your pocket.
We partner with
All right.
trusted providers like Blue Cross
All
Blue
right.
Shield,
What are you gonna do now?
Cigna, and more.
You're gonna get started. This is not the video. This is the conclusion. I'm concluding this. This is what you need to get started. Wealth Transfer Alliance enrollment form.com. This is what you're going to see, the golden ticket. When you open it up, you're going to come into the golden ticket. To join us, you're joining a golden ticket. And the ticket's going to pay you month after month after month. But you got to get up and get started. If you don't do that, you're going to miss it. Now, I'm taking up an hour and 11 minutes of your time. But this is a real tax-deductible business operation. I say that because I know income tax. And I know that any business that buys software writes the software on the income tax. I know that any business who paid money to start a business, startup fee writes it off on their income tax. That's allowed by the government. And I showed you the initiative. Make sure that you get involved with the initiative if you are, regardless of what kind of business you are. I'm showing you how you can get involved and take care of what I'm doing. I'm showing you where I'm concentrating on the kind of business that I'm concentrating on is the business doing the same kind of work that I'm doing with Wealth Transfer Alliance as an advocate. I'm trying to show those persons that are living how to prepare for the unborn in their families and to leave their families with more in a legacy, in a trust, than they will leave in a will. If they leave it in a will, the court's going to take from the family's legacy. If they sign this software, they're going to have the software written off, and at the same time, by the end of the year, their legacy will be in their vault. I'm concluding this. My name is David. I pray God that you have a good day, and nothing should stop you from doing this. Now, the 195, that's the startup process. To become a customer is yet another process. I can't give you details about it as much as I can about the business building advocate. I can tell you about that because that's how I signed up into the company. And I want you to make sure you go back and share this. Now, there is something I'm talking about in this process here, but we have a promise. The person that created us, formed us, God himself, he formed us from the dust of the ground, breathed into us the breath of life, and we became a living soul. And he now lives in the soul because when he put in the body, he put in him. He's the soul. And he lives inside the body. And that's why he said your neighbor comes first. Because if he lives in you, he also lives in your neighbor. And you have to think of your neighbor first. And then you love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. Because he's in your neighbor. You love him. You got to love him in your neighbor the same way because you got to look out for your neighbor. And the other way is that he only works for one person. That's you. Because he only lives in you. He knows your pros and cons. He knows your thoughts before you think. And he know what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. He approve of what you're going to do or he's not. I tell my grandson children all the time, go right, just go right. If you go right, you ain't going to meet nothing over there but right. And when you don't go right, you go to the other side, you're going to meet something on the other side that you don't really want to deal with. Because he's not going to go there to assist you out. I'm talking about the Creator. He's not going to go to the left. He's going to stay on the right. And as long as you go to the right, you're going to be with him. And now you see what I'm talking about? All right, hour and 15 minutes. I'm gone. Goodbye. This is David. I love you. Bye-bye.